Chapter 16. Leah stiffened. Dave was the last person she wanted to be near. Corey Nelson, one of the school's more popular cheerleaders, was hanging at his arm. Ethan offered an open, friendly smile. "Would you like to try first?" he asked Dave. Sneering, Dave said, "I'm sure I can do better than you, choir boy." Three of Dave's buddies were standing behind him, laughed. Leah wondered if Dave ever did anything without an audience. Ethan held out 3 balls. "You can buy the next set." Dave took the balls and turned to Corey. "What prize do you want?" Corey studied the grouping of stuffed animals, then pointed up at the large, bright green dragon. "That would look cute in my room." Dave nodded, shouldered up to the booth, and aimed and threw a ball with such force that it nearly made a hole in the back of the canvas. But his pitch missed the bottles entirely. "Hey, watch it," the booth tender growled. Dave glared at him and heaved a second ball at the next stack of wooden bottles. Only the top bottle fell. His friends clapped him on the back and said, "Way to go." Dave's third pitch toppled only one more bottle from the third grouping. Dave stared in dismay. "Hey, this thing is rigged." Ignoring Dave's outburst, the booth tender asked, "You going to try again? If not, move aside. There's a line behind you." Ethan stepped up to the booth and looked at Dave expectantly. Dave cursed but pulled out a crumpled dollar bill and slapped it down. "Your turn, choir boy." Ethan took the balls the man handed him, eyed the bottles, then lofted a ball toward the first stack. It tumbled backward. He did it 2 more times, each time toppling a pyramid. Dave and his friends stared open-mouthed at Ethan's effortless accomplishment. The booth manager said, "You did it, kid. What's your pleasure?" Ethan looked at Leah. She pointed to the dragon. When the man handed it to her, Leah held it out to Corey. "Ethan wins this stuff for me all the time. Take this from us," she said sweetly. Dave's expression looked murderous, but Corey, oblivious to the tension among Leah, Dave, and Ethan, squealed and grabbed the stuffed animal. Too cool. Thanks, Leah." Leah hooked her arm through Ethan's and walked away. Sherry and James, who had watched from one side, joined them. Sherry said, "I think you made Dave mad." "But why?" Ethan asked. "It was a fair contest." "Dave doesn't play fair," Leah said. "But so what? He's a creep, and I'm glad you beat him." Ethan stopped. "I do not act kindly toward him. I knew I could win, and I forced him to go against me. I did not play fair either." James snorted. "Quit with the attack of good conscience already. The guy would have humiliated you if you'd won." "He's right," Leah told Ethan. "Still," Ethan said, "I should have been a better person. I have been taught, 'Do unto others as you would have them do unto you.'" "Don't you mean do unto others before they do it to you?" James laughed at his own joke. A frown creased Ethan's brow, but he said nothing else. The 4 of them continued to stroll around the carnival, but Leah could tell that Ethan wasn't having a very good time. After 30 minutes, she said, "Maybe we should go home. I told Neil I'd be back before he went to bed." It was a half-truth. She knew Neil rested better when she was home for the night, but she also was not much in a party mood. She offered Sherry an encouraging smile and headed outside with Ethan. By now it was dark and the March air felt damp and cold. Leah pulled her jacket closer. Ethan slipped his arm around her shoulders. "You're unhappy," he said. It was a statement, not a question. "I guess the business with Dave upset me. Guys like him should have a belly button check just to make sure they're really members of the human race." Ethan laughed. "You say funny things, Leah." "Well, you shouldn't feel bad about winning the game. What's wrong with winning?" "Nothing. Still, it is a matter of the heart. My heart was not generous toward him. That was not right." By now they were at Leah's car. She fumbled in her purse for her keys, but before she could find them, bodies materialized from the shadows. In a moment she and Ethan were surrounded by the hulking forms of Dave and 2 of his buddies. Leah gasped and pressed herself against the cold metal of the car. "What do you want?" she cried. "I just want to talk to your friend here." Dave's voice sounded low and menacing. "Go away," Leah said, looking around. The parking lot was dark and deserted. With their backs against the car, there was no place to go. "I'm not talking to you," Dave said sharply. He leaned towards Ethan. "You know what? I don't like you." "You do not know me," Ethan returned. Leah didn't think Ethan sounded frightened. Obviously, he didn't realize the danger. "I do not want to know you," Dave said. "I think you're a wimp." Ethan said nothing. "Yeah," Dave said, glancing at his 2 friends. "This guy's a real weenie." Dave's buddies grunted. "And you're a jerk," Leah blurted out. "Leave us alone." Dave threw up his hands in mock surrender. "The princess speaks." His tone turned nasty as he added, "But I'm not talking to you, Leah. I'm talking to the choir boy." His body tensed and his hands clenched. "Why don't we see what you're made of, choir boy?" Still Ethan said nothing. Alarmed, Leah stepped between them. "Please, go away. Ethan's done nothing to you." Dave shoved Leah out of the way. One of his friends caught her and held her arms behind her back. "Let her go," Ethan ordered. "Why? You're going to do something about it?" Leah struggled, but she was held fast. Her fear gave way to anger. "Let go of me," she bellowed. "He's just trying to provoke you, Ethan. Don't let him." Dave shoved hard on Ethan's shoulder. "Your girlfriend always tells you what to do?" he asked. "You let a girl run your life?" Ethan didn't move, even with Dave's shove. It must have maddened Dave because he shoved him harder. Ethan stood like a rock, his hands hanging loosely at his sides. With an open hand, Dave slapped Ethan hard across the face. Leah cried out, but Ethan still didn't budge. "What's the matter?" Dave snarled. "Can't you make a fist?" "I will not fight you." Lightning fast, Dave smacked Ethan's face harder. The sound of the slap crackled in the cold night air. "Stop it!" Leah cried. "Why didn't Ethan defend himself?" Dave jabbed at Ethan's face. Ethan bobbed his head to miss the blow. Dave jabbed again. This time the blow connected Ethan's head, snapped back hard. But he still did nothing to defend himself. "What's the matter?" Dave asked. "You too chicken to fight?" "I do not fight," Ethan said. "Then I'll beat the crap out of you where you stand," Dave said, moving forward, fist jabbing at Ethan's head. Braced against the car, Ethan couldn't get out of Dave's way. "You're a coward," Dave said, dancing and jabbing. "Come on and fight." Leah brought the heel of her boot down hard on the toe of the boy who held her. He yelped and loosened his grip, and Leah started swinging. She clobbered Dave hard on the side of the head. "Why you?" He started toward her. "What's going on here?" A voice boomed from the darkness. All movement stopped, and the football coach hurried up to the group. "I asked what's going on. Simmons, what are you doing?" Dave leaped back, brushing his knuckles on his jeans. "Nothing." Leah was shaking so hard that she could barely make her voice work, her hand throbbing from striking Dave. "He attacked us," she said. The coach stepped forward and peered at Ethan. "Is that true? Are you all right?" "I'm all right," Ethan said quietly. The coach spun toward Dave. "I do not know what happened here, but I know that fighting on school grounds is forbidden. You're up for several athletic scholarships, Simmons. Don't make me put this on your record. You saved the hostility for the football field. Do you hear me?" "Yes, sir." The coach looked at the other two boys. "I expect to see you all three of you in my office first thing Monday morning. Then I'll decide what your punishments will be. Now the three of you get out of here." Dave and his friends backed away. "This is finished," the coach added. "Do I make myself clear?" Shaking with anger and frustration, Leah watched Dave and his friends go. "I hate them," she said. "I'm sorry," the coach said, "but don't worry. I'll deal with them. You two sure you're not hurt?" "We're okay, I guess." Leah sniffed hard. When the coach left, she turned to Ethan. "Let's go," he said. Inside the car with the dome light on, she saw that his lip was bleeding and his eye was beginning to swell. "You're hurt." Ethan blotted his lip on his sleeve. "It is nothing. Why didn't you stop him?" "Amish do not fight." "I know that, but you could have at least defended yourself." "I will not fight, Leah." "Not even defend yourself or someone you love?" He shook his head. "Leah, my feelings about violence cannot vanish simply because I am threatened. What good is a virtue if it is untested? What good is a belief if any challenge causes us to toss the belief aside?" "But you could have been really hurt. Often God provides a way out." Tonight the coach showed up. "But what if he hadn't showed up?" "But he did," Ethan said. "Well, you almost got your teeth knocked out." Leah started the car and gunned the engine. "And I can't believe you Amish don't make allowances for hitting a bully like Dave, who's about to do you bodily harm. You'd think you could at least defend yourselves." "It is our way, Leah." Ethan's tone sounded patient, as if he were explaining something to a child. "It has always been our way. It always will be." She gritted her teeth, afraid to answer him because she was so angry. How could anybody stand by and let some idiot pound him into the ground and not lift a finger at all? "I'll put some medicine on your lip when we get home," she said. "Or is that against your rules, too?" He said nothing. They didn't speak for the rest of the ride home.